Have you ever noticed how easily we say yes, even when every part of us wants to scream no? In a world that glorifies selflessness, we're constantly pressured to put others first, often at the expense of our own well-being. What if I told you that these habits not only lead to self-neglect, but also weaken our boundaries? By the end of this video, you'll uncover why we struggle with establishing boundaries and how clarity can empower you to strengthen them. Let's start with a common scenario. Imagine you have a friend who constantly asks for favors. You want to help, but over time, you feel drained and overwhelmed. Sound familiar? Many people find themselves caught in this cycle, believing that their worth is tied to how much they can give. But here's the truth. When we prioritize others' needs over our own, we risk losing ourselves in the process. This leads us to our first point. Self-neglect is an insidious adversary. It creeps in silently, disguised as kindness and obligation. In the hustle and bustle of life, it becomes all too easy to neglect our mental and emotional health. You might think, I'll take care of myself later, but later often turns into never. This neglect creates a breeding ground for resentment and burnout, which in turn clouds our ability to set necessary boundaries. So, what is the root cause of this self-neglect? Often, it boils down to a lack of clarity. Clarity about our values, our needs, and the importance of our own well-being. When we don't have a clear understanding of who we are and what we want, we can easily be swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. We become like boats adrift at sea, unable to navigate toward the shores of our own desires. You might be thinking, but how do I gain this clarity? The answer lies in introspection and self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are your personal values? What do you need to feel fulfilled? By taking the time to understand yourself, you create a solid foundation for setting boundaries. Let's delve deeper into the clarity aspect. Clarity acts like a compass. It directs your choices and decisions, making it easier for you to say no when necessary. Instead of feeling guilty or anxious about denying a request, you can confidently present your boundaries because you know what they are rooted in. This leads us nicely to our next point, the power of saying no. Saying no is often met with resistance. We fear rejection, disappointment, or being labeled as selfish. However, saying no is a crucial step towards self-respect and establishing healthy boundaries. When you say no to what drains you, you are simultaneously saying yes to what energizes you. It's not about being selfish, it's about being mindful of your own limits and ensuring that you can be available for the things and people that truly matter. Now, let's address a common misconception. Having boundaries doesn't mean you care less. In fact, it often means the opposite. By drawing clear boundaries, you protect your mental and emotional health, paving the way for healthier relationships. Imagine a garden. Without boundaries, weeds can overtake the flowers. But when we cultivate our garden with care, we not only thrive, but also can share the beauty of our blossoms with others more freely. As we progress, let's tackle the potential backlash of boundary setting. People, especially those used to having access to your time and energy, may react negatively when you begin to assert your limits. This is where the clarity we discussed earlier comes into play. When faced with pushback, remind yourself why these boundaries are crucial for your well-being. Stand firm, knowing that you are not just protecting your time, but also fostering an environment where healthy relationships can flourish. Do you often find yourself justifying your boundaries? It's normal to feel the need to explain yourself to others, but you must remember, your boundaries don't require validation. They exist for your peace of mind, not for others' approval. Practice asserting your boundaries without apologies or excessive explanations. Simply stating your limit is often enough. Now, let's not forget that establishing boundaries is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you slip back into old habits of self-neglect or feel guilty about putting yourself first. It's a natural part of the process. The key is to practice forgiveness and gently redirect yourself back to clarity. Embrace the journey with compassion toward yourself. Harnessing clarity to set and maintain boundaries is transformative. It's about reclaiming your time, energy, and ultimately, your life. Remember, you have the power to shape your reality. By nurturing yourself, you're not only enhancing your well-being, but also becoming a better friend, partner, and contributor to your community. As we near the conclusion of this journey together, let's touch on a practical exercise. Consider journaling your thoughts and feelings about boundaries. Write down instances where you felt obligated to say yes and how it made you feel. Reflect on how you might have approached those situations differently, armed with clarity about your own values and needs. If stories like these resonate with you and you want to discover more secrets about personal growth, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss the insights we'll share next, designed to empower you even further. In a world that often tries to box you into roles or expectations, remember that you are the architect of your life. You have the right to design it as you see fit. Embrace clarity, recognize the importance of your boundaries, and watch your life transform in ways you never thought possible. As you embark on this journey, keep these truths close. You are worthy of love, respect, and care. This is the path toward a more fulfilled and authentic you. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the relentless demand to say yes? We live in an age that glorifies compliance, often at the expense of our own mental and emotional peace. But what if I told you that saying no could be one of the most liberating acts you can engage in? In this video, we will explore the powerful art of saying no, not as a practice of rejection, but as a profound act of self-care and compassion. Picture this. A friend asks for your help, or a colleague expects you to take on an additional project. Instantly, a familiar tension rises within you. The societal pressure to be agreeable, to avoid conflict, and to please others looms large. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you say no to your own peace of mind. Think about it. How often do you find yourself stretched too thin, worn down by commitments that drain your energy? Every yes you utter can sometimes lead to the diminishment of your own well-being. This isn't just about declining an invitation or rejecting a request. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and ultimately, your peace of mind. What if you could shift your perspective on refusal? Instead of viewing it as a negative act, imagine seeing it as a boundary that protects your inner serenity. Firm yet compassionate refusal serves not just as a personal shield, but also as a model for others on how to establish their own limits. It says, "I value myself enough to protect my time and energy." As we delve deeper into the psychology of saying no, consider this. The majority of people feel relief when others establish clear boundaries. By removing ambiguity, we foster respect and create healthier relationships. In essence, your refusal sets the stage for more authentic connections. Everyone wins. Let's also examine the narratives we often tell ourselves about saying no. Many believe that refusing someone means they won't like us or that we will come across as selfish. This is the common myth that traps many individuals in a cycle of overcommitment. But the truth is far more liberating. When we say no with kindness, we invite understanding and respect. Real love and friendship thrive on honesty and authenticity. Imagine yourself in a busy workplace, drowning in a sea of tasks and responsibilities. Now consider the moment when you muster the courage to say no to an unreasonable request. That simple act can create a ripple effect. Your colleagues may feel empowered to do the same. Instead of fostering resentment, you cultivate a culture of respect and understanding. So, how do we learn the art of firm but compassionate refusal? First, we must practice self-awareness. Acknowledge your feelings before responding. Do you feel overwhelmed? Stressed? Understanding your emotional state will help you make a conscious choice about your response. Next, approach the rejection with empathy. Express understanding for the other person's needs while clearly communicating your own limits. For instance, you could say, "I truly appreciate your request, and I understand it's important to you. However, I need to decline, as I have prior commitments that require my attention." This balances being firm with compassion. Another powerful technique is to create a pause before responding. When asked something demanding, instead of answering immediately, take a moment to consider. This not only gives you time to assess your feelings, but demonstrates to the requester that their request deserves consideration. Now you might wonder, how does this relate to inner peace? When you practice saying no effectively, you create mental space. Each time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you clutter your mind and emotional energy. But when you say no, you free up that energy for pursuits that truly matter to you. Let's also touch on the common misconception that we must justify our refusals. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an elaborate explanation. Your time and energy are valuable resources that deserve protection. A simple, confident no is sufficient. Sometimes people will push back against your no, believing they can convince you otherwise. This is where that firm, compassionate edge is crucial. Stand your ground with kindness, but be resolute in your refusal. Remember, you are not responsible for their reactions. You are responsible for your own well-being. Before we conclude, let's address the emotional fallout that can accompany a refusal. It's common to experience guilt or fear of disappointing others. Recognize that these feelings are part of the process. Acknowledge them, but don't let them dictate your choices. Remind yourself that saying no is a pathway to saying yes to yourself. Now, if stories and insights like this resonate with you and you want to discover more about nurturing your mental and emotional well-being, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll not only gain access to more transformative content, but you'll be part of a community dedicated to self-discovery and growth. As we reflect on the art of saying no, remember that firm but compassionate refusal is a testament to self-respect. By mastering this skill, you protect your inner peace and set a powerful example for others. Saying no is not merely an act of rejection, it's an act of love for yourself and for those around you. So step into the power of your voice. Recognize that every time you choose peace over obligation, you shape a life that resonates with your true self. Each no propels you further towards understanding your boundaries, respecting your time, and nurturing your inner tranquility. This is a journey worth embarking upon, one that cultivates a deeper sense of self-worth and authentic relationships. Embrace the art of saying no, and watch how it transforms the way you live and interact with the world. Invitation after invitation, request after request, your voice becomes clearer, stronger, and more compassionate. Each refusal is a step closer to profound inner peace, and that ultimately is a treasure worthy of pursuit. And as you internalize this practice, something remarkable begins to happen. Your life starts to align with your true priorities. You no longer move through your days weighed down by obligations you never wanted in the first place. Instead, you create space for rest, for meaning, for the relationships and pursuits that genuinely enrich you. Saying no becomes less about refusal and more about choosing intentionally. It becomes a quiet declaration that your time is finite, your energy is precious, and your peace is worth protecting. In this clarity, you rediscover a sense of agency that modern life so often erodes. You step into a version of yourself that is grounded, confident, and deeply connected to what matters.